friends. I wanted to go through a process in how I make my designs or patterns, and I'm working on a mummy or a Egyptian coffin with the mummy kind behind. I'm not sure if this is going to turn into a tag or not, but I kind of decided on making this design. So I have the coffin design here. This is just computer paper. I don't have a printer, and I just never go get one. I don't know why. There's no reason for it. Just I never go pick one up. And then I drew a mummy for behind it, so I didn't know if I wanted to make it 2 pieces. So I got a design. This is basically what I do. I draw something and then put it together. It's the beginning of my pattern here. And then that's it. So I have to cut it out in cardstock, make it better hard copy. But so far, this is it. Now, if I want it to be more like fun and whimsical, I can do like more of a serious fun face. Here's a piece that I cut out in cardstock to be like the coffin. And then I got the mummy's hair, or the hair design for the front of the coffin. It could be as realistic or not. I got a circle maybe for the face. This is not really realistic here, but you can do that. I'm going to cut the top off right here. So that's like the bangs there. And we'll see here. Yeah, my bird, you can probably hear. So I'm going to do that. Then you can draw a face in or whatever. So that's going to be here's my pencil. So you can do like the eyes with the long, and I'm just kind of giving a design. This is just it's not even centered, rough copy of the face. Here, big eye makeup. Large eyebrows, very black. I don't know about the nose, fairly large lips. It's just a kind of, that's it, design kind of a thing. I'm not sure how much detail because it's just a painted on piece, but that's basically it for the top of the face. And I know this face is a little big, maybe, but it's just to give you an idea on how I make my designs. So this is going to be the coffin front. And then you can do design paper. So now I got like some Happy Meal papers and that kind of thing. We can do something like this just because. And then I'm going to flip it on here. So I'm going to do the back, guys, and then I'm going to trace from behind my design that I want, because I want to have the pencil marks. I don't want to have to erase them on the front, and that's one thing. Now I know you can't see me drawing on the bottom here. I don't have, if I have it too far away, you can't see some of the drawings, and yeah, if I have it too close, you can't see some of the stuff, like the bigger out of the picture stuff. So this is just a quick go through. This is not going to be a perfect design here, or a perfect copy of my. So here is what I'm going to use for my coffin front. Isn't that cute? And I just, cut your own design. This is how I started with my own pattern making type of thing. So there we go. And if you want to use the cardstock, you have something behind it to make it sturdy. There you go. So here is my design. You can add your hair to it, then your face, upside down face. There you go. So now you're just going to add maybe some details to the coffin. What is it called? I think it's just a coffin. Nothing. There might be a different name for it. Don't know. So now I'm going on this side, and I'm going to go right on top of my guy here. I am going to make some lines right here. And this is going to be the part, like a strip or something, just for something different in my design. And I know I'm going right across my center of my paper, kind of wasting my paper, but I can't think of that when I'm making a video. I'm like, I don't think, oh, let's save paper. I don't know why. So this is my strip in the middle, just to make a little different design. You can ink the edges, whatever. So however way that fits. And there we go. Make it more Egyptian. I do have some little arms here cut out, but I don't have them cut out in the cardstock. But you can have your little arms that go over top, like that, like so, and give it a little Egyptian feel. So I cut a few more pieces. Dogs were freaking out, so that's why I stopped the video. But I have a strip here. So basically, this is some pieces here you can put together. I mean, this is not quite Egyptian looking, but you can find paper, do whatever you like. Do different strips in different places to make things match maybe. So I'm just cutting strips off, and you can do some really neat jelly plate prints, or you know, and that kind of thing. But this is basically my design of just different patterns put on top of my mummy pattern to complete this. So I'm just gonna actually maybe move things around. I might darken my edges on here. I'll just use my pencil, watercolor pencil, and I'll be darkening my edges on the face as well, because Egyptians will be more than just a light cream color. There'll be more color to their skin than that. But just to show you kind of how I plan these things out, and actually I'll just quickly go over with my water brush to get the color in there. Yeah, of course. But this is basically the design that I have, and you can just do whatever paper that would suit your design better too. This is quite the wonky paper. And I don't even have anything glued here, I just kind of have an idea of what I want to design. Then you have your mummy behind. So I'm just giving you an idea of how this is kind of how I start working with my projects, with some designs. I'm going to start working just on for a second here on my other copy of the part here, which is the mummy. I'm making that out of a tracing my computer paper onto cardstock. Cutting that out and then having designing my wrap. Just for fun for this piece, I have my little design piece right here, what the mummy looks like. Here's my back cardstock. Here is what I cut out for my pattern, and I have a piece of muslin, and I'm just going to tear some muslin, and I have right here what I'm going to glue behind or on top. So I'm just going to rip up my muslin here and have fun with that and glue that on there. I think that'll be kind of neat. And just going to tear up some strips, and I'm going to use that as my mummy piece on this. So I'm just cutting little strips, pulling it off. That one's a little bit too thin. Here's a couple little strips. These are just ends left over, and it's a great idea to use it up. Having a little mummy lying around that I want to wrap. But I'm not going to quite wrap this mummy because it doesn't go all the way around it. I'm going to grab my Mod Podge. I'm actually going to look for my fabric. I just have a little of this. It's fabric glue sealer finish, so I'm going to put that on there. And it's from DecoArts, and I really love the way this stuff works, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to stick another paper back here. I don't want my surface to be really, really sticky. So I'm going to get all over. I'm going to start with my strips. This is some messy mummy strips here, so I'm going to throw that on there. I'm using fabric scissors in my fabric scissors, and I'm just going to stick that on the best I can here. Looks like this. A few strips for the head. I should use some maybe thinner strips. We'll see how that works. I'm going to try to layer it. I'm going to try that one again. That one might be too thick. Put that one on the side. I'm going to use the thinner parts right in the middle here for his head, or her head, the mummy's head. There we go. I'm going to grab another strip. Grab another strip. I got quite a bit on my paper, my cardstock. Sealing that in. Keep spreading it. I'm busy. Sorry, child down here. And I'm going to go the direction I have on my little plan. It's like it's wrapped around the face area. And then I'm going to go with the flow of wrapping around the arms and all that kind of stuff. So here it is. I might have, this paper is not a good paper. I'm going to change my background here. Should have thought of this one. Alright. That's my background. My mummy behind. I'm going to go a little bit, maybe with some watercolor over it. And then make sure you got some really good sharp scissors to cut your fabric that I use just for fabric, because once you're doing back and forth something like this and you're catching it and it's not cutting, it's going to be very stressful. So I'm just doing that. And I might go over it a little bit in spots here and there too. So these are my torn pieces. So this is just the kind of thing I thought about doing when you make a design and what you're going to go through. So it's kind of more of, you know, making a pattern, making an idea, and this is how I went through it with you guys. So call it crazy, I don't know. And I could change the pattern a little bit and do something different next time. So I'll continue on this. quite done, but it's almost dry. I didn't quite dry it yet because I'm going to wet it some more. I'm just going to put some watercolor on it. Crayon. This is the ones from Target when they were in Canada. I'm going to throw some of that on there just for the detail to pick up. You can see how it's kind of picking up on the wrapped, and it's not. This is just like, it was a quick idea. I thought, okay, I'm going to throw actual cloth on here so it looks like a mummy's wrap. So I can add some liquid from my water brush as well. So that's why I didn't quite dry it all the way. Still a little bit moist. Because I'm just going to wet it anyways, just kind of smear in some of that watercolor. And that is that. I'm going to put a little bit of the black watercolor towards the inside edge. Add some shadowing or something like that. And then I'm going to go flip this over. This is what I'm drying it on. It's still wet. Can you guys see? Oh, you can't see. So I'm just flipping it over and adding some water to that. Not too much because it's going to lift because it's not quite dry, but I just wanted to add a little bit of shadowing. So that was kind of like my off-the-cuff idea that I was going to do with this mummified project. So I'm going to dry. It's still a little moist, and I'm going to get my glue stick going on in here. And get my card onto here. You could do as realistic or as whatever you want, but this is kind of cutesy fun, I thought. I'm going to overlap it just a bit. And I am getting a little bit sticky fingers here. There we go. Put it over my surface, and that's it. That was my little bit of a unique idea. I thought it'd be really cute. Gotta dry it up a little bit more, but there it goes. I'm gonna put my camera here a bit, and then I have the very, very, very back. It's kind of messy on the one side. I flipped the pieces over. Gotta seal that down. Some of them I left off because it looks like the rag, and then I'm just going to glue my piece right on. So I'm going to grab the glue. My last cardstock piece here goes in the back, very back. And I could have made the strings longer so then they went behind here as well, or the muslin longer, so they went in behind, but that's something for next time to do. And now I have my full, my fingers are very sticky, my full piece here. This one just wants to come undone. Gotta fix that guy up. Just wants to come undone. Okay, so that's the basics of this design that I made with my pattern, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. That you guys can just kind of come up with an idea and make a pattern, and there you go, and save it for next time. So that would make a good cute little tag or paper doll project or something like that. So there you go. That is my way that I used an idea, making a pattern like this, and thinking, you know, and kind of coming up with an idea. There's different things we could do with this, way better papers I can use. I just kind of grabbed what I had on hand. Easy, I didn't search for like Egyptian looking paper or anything like that, but I could have, and then I would probably even just ink some more of the edges and that kind of thing once it's got really hard. So there you go, guys. Markers on it. How cute that is. Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to throw on some Gold Rush just a little on top. This is very dry. And I'm just going to wet it a bit. So throw a little bit of Gold Rush on it to give the, you know how they have the golds on the caskets? Throw that a little bit on there. All over. Just kind of give it a gold highlight all over the whole thing. Because this is an actual casket, not supposed to be an actual person. It's supposed to show that it's resemble a person. And there is my project. I thought it'd be cute, and that's the whole point, was to just kind of show you guys, come up with a pattern, think of something really cool, and then work on it from there. And this is what came out of it. And like I said, you can do different patterns, different things. That's pretty cute. A little mummified Egyptian for this creepy season, I guess. Hope you guys like that. I thought it was cute. It could still be like a tag or even a bookmark because it's not too thick. So even with the muslin. So there you go, guys. Hope you like it. There we go. And yeah, and I just did a little bit of white on her hair to give her the look of an Egyptian crown or beads or whatever that they put in their hairs. I guess it could be any queen or a king or a prince or anybody like that. Okay, guys. Talk to you later. Don't forget to craft like a duck. Bye. One last quick sneak peek of this, and that's what it looks like. I put a little raffia on there, and I thought it'd be cute. Little tag or something like that. And there we go. Some muslin as well. So that's it. That's what it looks like, guys. And right in her crown, right in the center there. So that looks pretty good. And I could just add a little bit of gold to this part here, maybe. Add a little inking to the rest of this part here. And I think that that's perfect. There you go, guys. That is my project, and that was just kind of playing with the pattern I made. Cute, and that's kind of how my brain works. So maybe if you guys look at something and think, I don't know, look through magazines and see mummy, or you know, and you got kind of an idea, well, maybe I can make something to do with whatever, or anything like that. History, this is where you get that from, the history stuff for the kids, you know. And I was thinking, oh, that'd be cute to do something like that. And they're talking about the different coffins and the different layers, and then the mummy layer, and I kind of just thought, well, that'd be a great idea. So there we go. Hope you like it. Bye, guys.